So guys, this is my review for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure episode number 10. And with that guys, from season 1, let's dive into this review video. So here in season 1, episode 10, titled New York JoJo, we see a few things happen. We gain some key information. There was a time jump. We got a couple flashbacks in this episode. But mainly, this was basically about JoJo's grandson, an arena, Straizo, Speedwagon, and a new character by the name of Smokey. And walking into this episode, I was thinking that we were going to be going right into like Arena and her son. Now from what I can tell from what Smokey was saying, he was like basically narrating, giving a synopsis of past events, sort of, in a sense, not so much narrating. He basically was saying that from the bits and pieces of conversations that he's overheard and discussed with between Arena and young JoJo, I want to say JoJo the third, that basically JoJo the second, basically him and the baby, the girl who survived with Arena on the boat, off of the boat in the casket, they became close. JoJo the second and the little girl, they became close to the point that they ended up getting married, and then they ended up having JoJo the third here. And from what I'm seeing that Smokey is saying, like, and the crazy thing is like, Smokey gets taken under their wing because he was basically like a pickpocket. He was getting beat up by the police. JoJo the third here, he saves him. Cool spot against the police where he, the one chubby police guy, he basically was picking his nose and putting his booger on JoJo's face, like, dude, like, come on, son, don't do that. So, you deserved to get, your face punched in. But at the same time, he had his other finger up his other nose, and he punched his face so hard that his finger went through his nose. And then the other police officer tried to shoot JoJo, and then that's when he used the Pepsi Cola bottle that he had in his hand, used some Hammond to push the cap and fling it across from him to be able to hit the police officer's finger, the trigger finger of his gun, before he could even fire his gun off and hit or even try to attempt to shoot JoJo here. So I really like that spot. But Smokey, he gets under their wing, and like I said, he's basically like giving me a synopsis of what, past events. It's been 50 years and stuff like that. But also, too, the fact that JoJo the second, his father, didn't have Hammond. That's what they're saying. That it basically was all, JoJo had Hammond, his son didn't, and so his grandson, JoJo the third here, has the ability to use Hammond, which is very interesting. So it skips a generation. That was very interesting to see. But at the same time, maybe it didn't skip JoJo the second. Maybe he had it, he just never used it. I mean, I don't know. I'm just gonna go off of the basis of them saying that it did skip him and the Hammond ability applied to JoJo the third here. So we see that Arena, and like that's the thing, guys. Like me initially, I was sitting there thinking like maybe Arena was just like claiming him as her grandson, trying to hide him as her actual son, but that's not the case at all. Again, per the information, it's been 49 years, basically 50 years in total since JoJo had passed away. But then we also find out that Speedwagon, he owns an oil company. He's very rich. Blah blah blah. He comes in contact with Straizo. Straizo becomes the new Tom Petty. But we find out that Straizo is a bum. I just, it's one of those things, guys, where it's like, okay, so Straizo, in the midst of this, he basically was noticing, like, yeah, he can be strong in Hammond, and these abilities, but he doesn't like the fact that he ages. He doesn't like the fact that he gets older. So he basically was saying like he admired Dio and the power of the mask, and turning into zombie vampires and stuff like that, and be able to have immortal life. So he was just basically abiding his time. Maybe he was waiting for he was basically seeking out some information on his own, but couldn't find it about when they got to this cave. Well, there's this place that that Speedwagon found. He takes Straizo there, and we see that there is like a tree, and attached to the trees are all of these other, where the mask came from the beginning. So we basically, from my standpoint here in episode 9, we see where the source of the mask is coming from. Maybe one of the sources. I don't know. I want to, as of right now, I want to claim that this is just the main source of where the masks come from. But we also see that there was this person who is like basically like kind of like frozen in stone, just who's attached to this tree. So I'm gonna guess and say that this character may come up in future seasons, or next season, or several episodes from within this specific season. So I believe that this person, because they're saying like he's that this person is alive. That's what they were saying in this episode. So I have to believe that this person is going to end up getting unstoned, basically. Somebody throw a I can't remember the names of them from like Final Fantasy to unpetrify somebody. But yeah, use something specific to unpetrify him, basically. That's basically what I'm trying to say. So yeah, Straizo is a bum, and he basically kills Speedwagon, and uses the mask on himself. So now it's gonna get really interesting. Now at the same time, we here at the diner here, per the scene, per the image, we have a little bit of racism towards Smokey, which of course that's trash. But glad that JoJo was ready to handle his business, and secondly, he was seeking permission from Arena, and she automatically gave it to him and said, definitely take him down, but mind the customers. You know what I mean? Like, and everybody watching, which I found kind of interesting, and nobody was like gasping in awe or anything like that. They were just like fully like staring at the whole situation and watch JoJo do his thing. So the one guy, the big guy, going off and being racist towards Smokey, JoJo handled his business, and noticing that off top that he beats people up with his brass knuckles and stuff like that, and he's able to take him down. And then the one guy, because Smokey says that these people are from the mafia, one guy informs Arena and JoJo the third about Speedwagon dying, about Straizo, blah blah blah. So of course it's upsetting to Arena, of course definitely to JoJo, and he beats up the guy for even giving them this information. I found very interesting in itself. I don't think that dude really deserved to get beat down because of that, but JoJo felt like it. But I definitely want to say that JoJo has some anger issues. JoJo the third has some anger issues. That's what I forgot to mention that I find it interesting that he has some anger issues. Wonder where he gets it from. Maybe from his father, maybe from his mother. Who knows? Because I don't, JoJo the JoJo Senior and like the original JoJo and his Arena, they don't have anger issues. So I want to say it's coming from from JoJo the third's father and mother, so, or one of the two. So very interesting stuff. But Straizo pops up while JoJo and Speedwagon are hanging out at a diner or something, and it's just strange that it's interesting that JoJo notices that he's staring at him, and blah blah blah. Goes outside. He's like, yeah, he's a great analyzer of people. That's the one thing I can say about JoJo the third. He's a very great analyzer of people, of anybody. So I find it interesting that he was able to catch on to specific things about Straizo, knowing that he is a vampire automatically, knowing who he was. Then he pulls out the frickin' he pulls out the Tommy gun from out of his pocket, his back pocket, which was funny. and shoots him like crazy, like mad bullets, into the diner, breaking the glass and stuff. That was funny. That was interesting and funny. But he just basically said, like, I know that this isn't gonna keep you down, but I definitely wanted to just get this out the way and just say that this is for Speedwagon. And he's basically saying, like, we're just getting started, basically. So, and that's the end of the episode. So very interesting stuff for this episode 10, guys, of season 1. I'm definitely looking forward to JoJo the Third's his continuation of his family lineage in this adventure, this anime. It's very, very fun, very great dialogue, characters and stuff like that. I'm really, really definitely continuously intrigued by this anime. It definitely caught me by surprise when I first sat down to watch the first couple of episodes, so I've been hooked since. So, but with that, I'm about to be out. Let me know your thoughts. What did you all think of episode 10 of season 1? Leave some comments in the comment section below. Let's talk about some things if you feel up to it. What did y'all think of episode 10 of season 1 when you first sat down to watch it for the first time? But hopefully, I will talk to y'all next time with more JoJo Bizarre Adventure videos. Peace, guys.